Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This week I actually decided to do a story time. Okay, so this story is basically going to be about the time I actually got to see Drake for free. For free, yes, I didn't pay no cash out of my own pocket to go and see Drake, and yeah, this experience was basically just listen to the story. Okay, so basically when I was in, last year, obviously Wireless comes out every summer. For all of the UK people, we know when summer comes, Wireless, everyone saves up their money for the ticket to go to Wireless. And obviously last year Drake was headlining on the Friday, and me and my boyfriend and his friends, who had then become my friends, we were actually talking about, oh my gosh, we should actually buy some tickets and actually go, because we were very much what you would call avid music fans, and like we just loved his music in general. That was actually our turn up music. So we thought, yeah, okay, we're gonna buy tickets and we're actually gonna go. Didn't buy tickets for some reasons. We probably talked ourselves out of buying tickets in the first place. The purpose of this video, I'm actually gonna call me and my boyfriend and his friends who became my friends the awesome foursome, just for the purpose of the video. So I had actually been off work for about a month and a half now, because I was actually extremely ill, so I actually couldn't go into work. So I resumed work on the Thursday, which was the day before, you know, Wireless started, and I had another shift the day after, which was the Friday. So on Thursday I was coming back from work, and in our group chat they were saying yeah, let's go to Wireless, let's just go. I have some people, well, Mosh, my boyfriend, he had some people, he knew some people that would be selling tickets on the day, so he was like, yeah guys, let's just go, for the love of Drake, let's just go. In my head I was thinking, I can't really go, I've got work tomorrow, I've been off sick for a month and a half. I don't think my my boss would appreciate it if I called in sick the second day I'm meant to be back. So I didn't say anything in that conversation, because I just assumed it was just the moment that the whole group chat was just happening. So Friday morning now came, and I woke up and I saw a message from my boyfriend basically telling me to get ready, we're going to Wireless. I was like, huh? What? Like, I thought this moment had died down yesterday, but it really had not died down. In my head I was thinking I really can't call in sick, but in my head I was also thinking I really want to see Drake. At this point I don't even think I was thinking about where are we gonna get tickets from. I just kind of thought, okay, I don't want to call in sick, but I want to go. And eventually I ended up calling in sick. I know people. I think that just set my mood for the whole day. I was actually pissed off that I called in sick, but then obviously, as it is, I was happy that I was going to go see Drake. I actually had started putting on weight, so none of my clothes fit me, and this was the first week I was back in London. So as you can imagine, I came to uni a size 8, size 10. I came back to London size 12 about, so nothing was fitting. And you know when you want to go Wireless, you want to be doing guy, official flicky, you want to look good, you want to look nice. The fleekage wasn't happening, so my mood was already set. I go and meet my boyfriend at Finsbury Park, and for the whole train journey my face is like, I'm just screwing. My mood was just off fleek. So I eventually got to where he was, and he was just trying to cheer me up and trying to be like, oh, be happy, we're gonna see Drake today. I wasn't thinking about Drake, I was thinking about my boss and just how horrible he would be when I get back to work when he finds out, yeah, I called in sick. And once we meet up, I actually do think I thought it was gonna be quite easy. We just go to the people that my boyfriend knew, pay our money, and we go inside. But lo and behold, my friends, this is where the issues obviously started. The people that we even tried to find to try and get the tickets, we could not find them anywhere, because I think so many people had heard about their little mini incentive of getting people in for 50 quid. People were just like, oh my gosh, yeah, we need to go find these people. We obviously couldn't find them because they were busy. Eventually we caught up with them and we found them, and Mosh basically starts talking to them, because I'm having like a little fit in the corner about calling in sick to work. So he's talking to them and he's just basically like, oh yeah, make sure you get us in, and you know, that kind of random stuff. But obviously they couldn't take us in straight away, because the other two that were meant to be part of the awesome foursome were nowhere to be seen. So we had to kind of just like scoot ourselves to the side and basically just sit there and wait for them. So we were sitting and waiting and just waiting and waiting, and waiting some more. I was still having my little angry fit in the corner. I was definitely pulling a tantrum, and Mosh was talking to these people again, basically just trying to reassure them that yeah, our friends are coming, just have patience. And bear this in mind, we actually didn't hand any money over at this point because obviously the rest of the awesome foursome wasn't here, so we weren't gonna make no transaction unless everyone else came. At this point, the anger is just building inside of me. The upsetness, the sadness was just growing inside of me, and I was just not in the mood for anything. Like, my boyfriend would say, "You're right, do you want to get some chips?" I'll look at him like, no, I kind of want to go to work. I don't know, I've never in my life been that eager to go to work, but that day I was so determined to go to work, and the fact that I called in sick just shattered me. So eventually our friends actually get here and the awesome foursome has been completed. So we go back and try and find these people, which we eventually do, and the girl basically tells us, boss, there's nothing we could do. The person that's been helping us on the inside, they've been caught, so I'm sorry, we can't do anything for you. I was like, huh? You can't, what? No, we're getting in because I called in sick to work, so we're getting in. But obviously there was nothing that they could do. The inside man had been caught, so people that Mosh was obviously talking to try and get us in before, that just said that now they couldn't, gave Mosh £100. I don't know, I assume maybe they thought that he had paid, but he didn't. So they just gave him 100 quid, like, take your refund. So in my head I was thinking, oh, okay, even if I don't get to go see Drizzy Drake, at least I've got an extra 50 quid in my pocket. That would be somewhat some of my shift, so it didn't feel too bad at that point. Yeah man, it's the circle of life. Hustlers get hustled too. It's just the way the cookie crumbles. So I was really convinced that, oh yeah, okay, we're not getting in, let me just take my £50 and just go to my house. At this point it was 12 p.m, 3 p.m. we got to the park at 12 p.m, so we had spent 3 hours waiting about, trying to find these people in the first place, and then getting told that we can't get in because the inside man's been caught. Yeah, I was so ready at this point to go home. But lo and behold, 3/4 of the awesome foursome still were very adamant to go and see Drake. So we were completely, I was in a completely different mood to what they were in. They still, you know, had faith, and their hopes were still high, and so they set out to basically try and see if there would be someone else that could help them get them in. After like half an hour of just roaming and half an hour of my face being scrunched up like this, we find another guy, and this other guy is basically like, oh yeah, I could get you in for 40 quid. So at that, they're like, oh my gosh, yeah, we're gonna take this deal, we're gonna get in for 40 quid. I was kind of saying, guys, I don't think we should go, we should just go home. That £50, I already had made plans for it in my head. So no one was listening to me at this point, and everyone was just fixed on Drake. So everyone handed over their £40. Mush handed over my share of the free money to the guy, and the guy gave us tickets in return. So we're like, or they're like, oh yes, we're gonna get in to go see Drake, and they keep telling me to cheer up. I'm just like, yeah, whatever. So we're walking now, and the guy tells us, these paper tickets, there's someone in the line that you have to go to that will know it's a fake ticket but let you in, so he's my inside man. But the instructions he gave us were so blasé. He said like the third guy from the green door, but there were so many green doors, and nonetheless, to say that, yeah, we were basically confused. So after like 5 minutes of basically trying to, you know, decide which guy we're meant to go to, we literally just jump into a random line and we just basically hope for the best. So we're basically progressing in this line, and we get to the front, and the guy's like, basically, tickets please. So we hand over our tickets, and the guy literally scans it. As soon as he scans the ticket goes red. I was expected to see a green, but the guy was like, this is a fake ticket. And on the ticket, it said Charlie Black on the ticket. And the guy was like, I've seen many Charlie Black tickets today, so my only guess is to say you've been buying fake tickets. We walk out the line, and the boys of the awesome foursome, because obviously if there's 4 of us, there's 2 girls and 2 boys, and Mosh and the other guy, they start getting a bit agitated. Like, we've just paid £160, £40 each for paper? No, we need to go find this guy. We're gonna go find him. They go in search of this guy. At this point, I'm definitely pissed off. My mood is -100 and I'm not trying to hear anything. I'm really at this point saying, once we get our money back, I am going home. I'm leaving the three of you if you're not coming with me. So obviously this guy who had sold us these counterfeit tickets, these really fake phony ass tickets, yeah, we had his number. We took his number just in case anyway. So we were blowing up his line like, yo, like, where are you? The guy's not picking up his phone. It's going to voicemail. I'm just thinking, no, this is not happening today. So we're just like walking up and down like the strip like, oh my gosh, no, we need to call this guy. We need to find out where he is. That's when we bump into his co-worker, Mosh, and his friend, who's part of the Awesome Force and who's also my friend. So they start talking to this guy like, hey, we need our money back. You sold us like bummy tickets and we obviously didn't get in, so we need to get our money back. The guy, I don't even know if he was listening to what Mosh and the other guy was saying, but he was fixed on trying to sell more fake tickets to more people. So he wasn't even trying to hear what we were saying, and you know, he just tried to walk off. And that's when our friend decided to go a bit crazy. Eventually the guy ends up giving us back our £160, and I convinced the rest of the Awesome Foursome, yeah, okay, please, can we go home now? Evidently we can't get in. Evidently we should have bought our tickets back in May or whenever it was, but we didn't. And we're walking to the station now, and as we're walking to the station, one girl, well, Mosh's friend, who was meant to be helping us from the beginning, basically was still outside. So he's like to her, oh my gosh, why are you still here? Wasn't you meant to be inside long time ago? And she's basically like, oh yeah, I couldn't get in because obviously the thing that happened, but I know a friend who is gonna get me tickets. Like, he has a guy in the box office that's just printing tickets, so if you wanna still come, you could definitely still come. And I'm thinking, why the hell are we even listening to this girl? I just want to go home. Like, at this point it's like now 5 p.m. by the way, so we've been here for basically 5 hours trying to hustle our way into the park. I wasn't happy. 3/4 of the Awesome Foursome once again are on it like Sonic and basically walk off, and I follow them into a chicken shop. So we get into the chicken shop, and this is where the guy was obviously selling the tickets. Let me tell, this guy was sitting on the table like as if he was one godfather, as in step into my office. Now pay the guy £160 again, £40 for each ticket, and we take the tickets. I'm thinking like, definitely if we don't go home after this ticket has failed, because I was convinced the tickets were fake, yeah, so I was thinking we need to go home after this. I'm actually on the verge of tears. I don't know why I've worked up such a bad attitude throughout the day, but because it was hot and I hadn't eaten, I think the combination of all those things would just make me feel angry. We basically go and get back into line again, and as we're going through, I'm like 60% hoping that it doesn't work so we could just go home and get our money back and call it a day. But as the guy scans it, it gets green and we end up getting in the park. As soon as we get into the park now, I just start bursting out in tears. I just start crying like, oh, why are we here? I just want to go home. You guys don't understand that my boss is going to kill me. I called in sick for this and it's 5 p.m. I was just crying. All my Ben Nye, all my LA Pro Girl concealer, psh, gone. And evidently, as you can see, I'm not a cute crier, so I was just crying, and obviously people were looking at me like, is this girl okay? Evidently I was not okay. My boyfriend just, I think because he had spent all day trying to make me feel better, he actually just didn't care at that point. He was just like, yeah, let her cry, because I've exhausted all my strength with trying to make sure that she's better, but she clearly didn't want to cheer up. So one of the guys from the Awesome Foursome just came and she hugged me and she said, don't worry, we're gonna enjoy today, we're gonna go see Drake. So I thought at that point, there's no point being angry. I've actually called in sick now. 5 o'clock I would have finished my shift, so I might as well just enjoy myself right now at this point in time. So my tears, even though I looked a complete mess up by that point, I just had eyebrows and eyelashes because everything, I had cried it off. So A$AP Rocky is performing on the main stage at this point, and obviously, you know, we want to see him perform, but it's no fun when you're at the back. So we basically fight our way through the crowd. But as we're fighting our way through the crowd, we're forming a train. So Mosh is at the front because he's 6'4" and he's really tall, so he could basically see everything and then almost everyone over the crowd. So he's leading the train and people are basically hitching on. So we then form like a 20-person train and we're literally ripping through the crowd, ripping through people. People are giving us horrible stares, people are cussing us. So we eventually get to the front now and you know we're having the time of our lives, we're enjoying. All of a sudden it gets really hot. I don't know if you guys have been to a concert before, but when you're in the standing area, it gets really cramped. You're basically looking for death by heat. You really want to get up at this point, but you've made it through, you know, almost a thousand or so people in the crowd. There's no way you're getting back. You basically for you a plan to basically fake faint. So we all basically simultaneously just kind of start like limping all over the place. So I limp first. And like the security guards basically come and they hoist me out by the front and they basically carry me over. As you can imagine, someone that is 6'4" fainting in the crowd, it's a very funny affair. So Mosh basically like does one kind of hallelujah kind of faint, and like there's like 6 security guards basically trying to hoist this large guy over the barrier thingy jiggy bobs. Basically got out. We ended up by the side of the stage where Drake was meant to be performing. So we said, okay, cool, we're gonna stay in this place and we're gonna make sure that we don't leave this place so that we get good views to see Drake. So I think Drake was coming on at about like 8 and by now I think it was like 6 or so, 6, 7. As we're waiting, Mosh sees one random Asian guy take 2 people into VIP. So being the guy that he is, basically latched his eyes onto this guy and basically just started talking to him, just like trying to get some general conversation, and basically asks him, yo, could you help us get into VIP maybe? Like, and now we actually we pretty much doubt that this guy says who he says he was. He says that he was the head of security, but you know, we were gonna try our luck anyway. We got in, well, me and Mosh got in for free, so we might as well try our luck some more when we're in here. So the guy basically is like, yeah, cool, and he points to one other guy that's meant to be like a usher and says, take them backstage. Now I don't know why I thought, yeah, we're going backstage to see Drake, but we were getting happy, like, we're gonna see Drake. So we were getting really excited, and as the usher guy is basically taking us, one really tall hench white guy comes up and he's like, what the F you doing? And the guy's basically like, Adam told me to take them backstage, and then the white guy's like, you're not gonna take anyone anywhere, leave them where they are, and then the guy's obviously arguing with him because obviously if Adam's the head of security, I'm gonna listen to what Adam's saying, not what you're saying. So then the white guy basically ends up saying, if you're gonna listen to Adam, take your shirt off and basically F off. So then we looked at him like, we're not gonna see Drake no more? And the guy looks at us like, sorry, there's nothing I can do, and ushers us back to the side of the stage. I mean, the side of the stage, the view was aight, but you know, we could be closer. I can see Drake. I want to see Drake from a central angle, not from no side angle. Now go back into like the little side stage area, and Mosh tells the guy, Adam, you owe us for later, for basically embarrassing us. So you know, we're just chillaxing there, and you know, as time is going, you know, more people are filling up in this side section area place. It eventually turns 8 o'clock and Drake basically comes on stage, and because so many people has entered this side stage area, the place is like rammed packed. So they put a little barrier in front of us, and just in front of us is the VIP section. So I was at the front, Mosh was to my side, the other 2 of the awesome foursome were obviously at my side as well. So we were at the front, and like literally as soon as Drake steps foot on stage, this area actually erupts into complete disruption. It basically descends into anarchy, and people are just pushing and pushing. And then I remember there was this white guy, the white girl, she was literally next to me, and she was like basically leading a group of people. So she would count 1, 2, 3, and then like a strong horde of people would basically push and try and move this metal barrier so that they could break into VIP and see Drake from a more central angle. So we start peeping the tactic, like, oh wait, hold on, These people trying to get into VIP. I'm not as strong, so I don't see myself trying to push barriers like that, because every time they tried to do it, like a good 10 security guards would come and literally push everyone back. It was like we were at, and I don't know, it wasn't pleasant. After a while, people started jumping over the barriers and actually running into VIP. People would try and jump over, and as they're running, maybe some security guards will actually just come and tackle them and then throw them back into the side stage area. So I was like, you know what, I'm not on it no more. I'm happy, I'm content where I am. Sometimes Mosh would be like, I could carry you over if you want to go and I'll meet you there. No, boo boo, I'm gonna stay here. It's cool. It's not that deep for me, innit? I like now vibes into the concert. We're having a good time regardless of our side view. And Mosh sees Adam again, and Mosh is like to him, oh, Adam, please, like, we're not comfortable here. My girlfriend feels like she's gonna faint again. Please, can we go into an area where there's more space? So I was looking at him like, boy, I feel fine. But I guess it worked, because Adam now points to one guy. The guy opens up the cage thing, holds everyone back, and tells the three of us to basically go into VIP. I was just like, VIP? We were literally like this far away from Drake, just in front of me, and I was having such a good time. And that was the day that I basically got to see Drake for free and ended up in the VIP section for free. It's a good thing I didn't call into work though, isn't it? I would have missed all of that. I really hope you guys enjoyed that story. It's a bit of a long one, but I really wanted to let you guys know how, you know, how everything went down that day. If you guys enjoyed this story time, thumbs up for probably some more story times. If I have anything cool to say, I probably will do some more. And yeah, don't forget to come back next Sunday for the next video. Thanks guys, bye.